let's take a look at the bundle now of all of the resources for the new grade 7 social studies curriculum in Alberta. So I've got 3 booklets totaling 424 pages worth of content, covering the 3 themes that the curriculum is now divided into. So we've got time and place, we've got systems, and we've got citizenship. You'll notice that the time and place segment and the system segment have multiple guiding questions. So there's 2 guiding questions and 2 overarching learning outcomes for each of these segments. The citizenship one for grade 7 is a little smaller. It's only got 1 guiding question and 1 overarching learning outcome. So let's just take a peek at what do you get for the 424 pages. So you'll note that my booklets, as always, start with vocabulary because these are the words that students need to be familiar with in order to speak and write fluently and confidently about the concepts that are being learned here. This doesn't exist at the beginning of the booklet because they should do it first. It's just there as a means of maybe road mapping for them and for you what they need to learn over the course of this new unit of study. All the segments begin with some learning material in a printed version, much like what you would expect to encounter in a textbook. The basics, the facts, the way things work, the history of things, the accurate timeline as to how things became the way they became in Canada. Then we're going to have some questions to ensure that they understand it and they think about it. And then we're going to have some different activities for each segment that they could utilize to better learn the outcomes. We've also provided QR codes and links where it's relevant to help out with a digital material. We've got some mapping activities, we've got source activities, we've got writing activities, and then we move in again to another one of the learning material segments. So we'll just take a quick look because each of these have their own videos created for them, but you'll see there's many different activities in each of the booklets. And so we'll just skip over now to the systems booklet. We'll have a quick peek. Again, we're beginning with vocabulary, and then let's take a look through it. It's structured in a very similar format to the other booklet. Students are going to read and learn, and then they're going to work with those concepts. And then again, you'll find the similar layout again in the final booklet on citizenship. Of course, because it's only got 1 guiding question, there's less vocabulary and there's less pages overall in this booklet because it does not have the same volume of learning required throughout it. Each booklet concludes with a list of projects where students would select a project to demonstrate for you how well they have learned the content. Then you're going to have some practice test questions. They're multiple choice. They're designed to mimic the provincial achievement tests that kids will write, not at the end of grade 7, but at the end of grade 9. And the more practice they get with those kinds of questions, the better they're going to do at grade 9. Finally, we've got our answer key, and you'll notice that we're only on page 84 of 103, page 85 now, because the answer key in these booklets is thorough. This is a brand new curriculum, and it is very different than the previous one. So we have provided lots of grading guidance and hair-splitting information for teachers to help you know why a particular question might not be answered the way it seems up front, what a reasonable position might be, but it'll also provide you with some rubrics and some exemplars to help you with grading. And each of the booklets contains that kind of a thorough answer key. This is a new curriculum. This is a big change for our junior high teachers who teach social studies. And so we have built the resource that you need to get this started in September if you are piloting.